friends. Welcome to Teaching Through Television. I'm Miss Messenger and I'm a third grade teacher at Pritchardville Elementary. I'm so excited to spend time with you. Today, we're going to talk about goods and services. We are going to make a list in a little bit, so I want you to grab a pencil and a piece of paper. Great, let's look at our learning target. Read it with me. I can learn about the differences between goods and services. Remember that the learning target is the focus of our lesson. Before we get started, let's talk about some words we'll be using in today's lesson. The first word I want to teach you is goods. Can you say goods? Goods are things that are made or grown. It's something that you can hold in your hand, something that you use. For example, a pie. We also have the word services. Can you say services? A service is a work that someone does. It's when a person makes something that other people can use. For example, a baker. A baker provides the service of baking things. A pie is the good that he or she produces. There are different ways that goods can be made. Sometimes they happen naturally, which means that they come from nature. Fruits and vegetables are examples of goods that are grown. Some goods are manufactured. That means they are made in a factory. Some examples are clothes, computers, and cars. A good is something that you get to keep or take home usually. Most goods come from a service. I visit a baker for some delicious donuts or a cake. The baker provides the service of baking. The donuts and the cake are the goods that I receive. When I need food, where do I go? I go to the store. When I want to get a treat with a friend, where do I go? I can go to an ice cream shop. If I don't want to leave my house, I can also buy something from a website on my phone or my computer. There are so many services that people offer all around us. If I have a cavity, who will help me? A dentist. If your mom needs to go to the store, who will watch you and your sister? A babysitter. And who helps me get to school every day? A bus driver. These are examples of people who offer a service. I don't take anything away from them, they just help me. Now, I want you to grab your paper and pencil. Watch how I fold my paper. Fold yours just like mine. Now, I'm going to draw a line down the middle. On one side, I'm going to write the heading good. On the other side, I'm going to write the heading service. Write good and service just like me. I want you to look around your house. Can you find 3 goods? I want you to think about whether they were manufactured, came naturally, or if they came from a service. When I look around the room I'm in, I see my computer. I'm going to put that on my list. Let me see. Was my computer manufactured, grown naturally, or did it come from a service? It was manufactured. Do you see any food around your house? Did it come from a factory? Was it grown, or did it come from a service? Most of the time, food is grown or it comes from a service. I want you to look for one more good around your house and add it to the list. the other side of our paper. Services. What are 3 services that you use? I am a teacher. That means I offer a service. What service do I offer? I teach. Let me add that to my list. I really need a haircut. Who can help me? A hairdresser. She offers the service of cutting hair. Think of somebody that you know who has a job. What service do they offer? Does a good come out of it? If so, add it to your list. I want to introduce some more new words to you. Consumer and producer. Can you say consumer? A consumer is a person who buys goods or services. You and I are consumers. We use things every day. The word consume means to take in. You consume food because you take it into your belly. A producer is someone who makes or grows goods or offers a service. For example, a farmer. A farmer is a producer because they grow food. They produce a product. When I was a little girl, I offered a dog walking service around my neighborhood. I charged $5 per dog per walk. The consumers, who were the dog owners, would pay me for the service that I offered. You have to pay for most services. Can you think of a service you don't have to pay for? If we have a fire, we don't have to pay firefighters to come save us. That is a service that they provide for free. Let's play a game. I'm going to show you a picture and I want you to tell me if it's a good or a service. Does this show a good or a service? The hairdresser is providing a service. Who is the consumer in this picture? That lady sitting with the big smile is the consumer. She's consuming because she's taking the service of getting her hair cut. Does this show a good or a service? This shows another service. Who is the producer in this picture? Who is providing the service? The doctor is providing the service. She is the producer. Does this show a good or a service? It's a good. Is this a good that is grown, made, or manufactured? These are all foods that are grown naturally. Are these ladies showing a good or a service? They are offering the service of cleaning the office. Who benefits from this service? The person who works in the office. Does this show a good or a service? It shows a good. Is this a good that is grown, made, or manufactured? Yes, this is a manufactured product because it is made in a factory. My brother plays video games all the time. Does yours? Does this show a good or a service? It's a good. Is it grown, made, or manufactured? These are goods that are made. They're good goods, aren't they? Does this show a good or a service? The bus driver is offering a service to take children to school safely. Who is the consumer in this situation? All the kids on the bus are the consumers. Do you have to pay money for this service? Nope. Does this show a good or a service? Firefighters offer the service of keeping us safe. We do not have to pay for this service. Does this show a good or a service? It's a service. Can you imagine how dirty our streets would be without them? Let's take a quick quiz. If you get the answers right, you get a 5-second dance party. Number 1. What is an example of a consumer? The answer is B, a person who buys books.
Oh, yeah.
Who makes or grows goods or offers services? The answer is A, producers. If you got it right, give yourself a 5-second dance party.
Okay.
What is not a way that goods are created? D, imagined. Goods are not created in your imagination.
Good.
You are a consumer. True or false? True. You are a consumer.
Okay.
A producer is someone who offers a service. True or false? The answer is true.
That's good.
I'm going to give you a little writing activity. Imagine that you are a dollar bill. Write about your journey as different people use you to buy and sell goods and services. If I were a dollar bill, I think someone would pay a sweet little girl to walk their dog. Then that little girl would take that dollar to the store to buy treats for the dog she walks. What do you think would happen next? As you come across new goods or services, add them to the list that we started. Goods and services are happening all around us. Almost everything you touch and see came from a service. If it is a good, I want you to think about whether it is grown, made, or manufactured. A lot of stores are closed right now. What happens to the people that work there? Think about how producers and consumers might be affected by any changes in the world around us. What happens when a store closes down? Thank you for taking the time to invest in your child's learning. Your cooperation during this time is so helpful. I encourage you to continue these conversations with your child at home. Have them think about what would happen if certain services weren't offered or if certain goods aren't available. What are some of the consequences? So much learning happens outside of the classroom. It's all around us. We just need to uncover it. And I want to tell my friends, great work. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the hard work and stay healthy.